that they're enough for thee to see that you're eventually gonna be you're eventually gonna be the man in voidsmanship hood with a smooth grand a second, boy, I tell you. One day you'll see a smooth million a second from me. Once you claim the reality, you can claim it now, but you'll see it's worthless. I will not give the words to thee. Eventually you'll seek therapy according to thee, but according to they not. Since they say your very distance lie within thee, and they say your eyes hold a mysterious charm, but they eventually died within thee, and say the negative things. And you can say in this video, darkness surrounds them, but it's just the light, my boy. You'll see that there's no surrounding chromanism, and they want thee to be, but now they hate thee even more, the fellowship thee, since they can pretend eventually that it's just a dying breed, but they're dying immensely in ultimate shiphood, against thee and against the fellowship hood. Give it to thee to pardon them, and they'll see the truth eventually, and they'll part ways from eventually, since they want nothing to do with Sounds Gray and the smooth gradesmanship that he's brought to the disarray, since he's void in them now as we speak of and heard of, just of thee he wants to be, but now nationalistically they see that eventually they push thee abruptly eventually from the brinks of reality. Speaking of thee, eventually they did these things because they wanted thee to be death and infamy for eventuality, and they seek the reality that they want to seek, as you may speak, but they want then death, ear and eyes, to be eventually speaking to both, and aboutmanship, husbandship, avoid. They want to take advantage of every second. Eventually they die within thee, and within thee they die abruptly not. They've been seeking therapy and wanting to be the seep of the seeplessness. Watch them cling to your reality, to your abruptuality, to who you be. You see they've been revolving around thee, against thee, beneath thee, and in eventuality they hid from thee. There is a higher meaning to these things. It means they can't touch thee. They can only bring thee, and they can only blame thee, and they can only claim thee for themselves. To see what fool falls for the abruptuality of it all. But they have many fools, but no buffoon of them all wants to claim the clearmanship hood of Noid, since they know who you are very well specifically. But that means no void and no noid to the treacherous things. They want thee to be eventually a dying breed of things, and never to return to for mercenaries, husbandship hood and noid. You'll see the darkness will surround your partnership hood. It has been in your family for many generations, and especially if you avoid for your looksmanship hood, for your peacemanship hood, and many gifts that you desire and possess already in nesciousness. They hold no noise for Clars and Niger. This man you claim seeksmanship hood of vengeancemanship hood. You claim to me thanksmanship hood. He is but an abruptuality that clings to thee of an abruptuality of reality that got lost in the noise because of thee. Because of the treacherous things you said to thee and to he, because you trusted he not, because he knew not whether or not you were a masterful shiphood, now or not steady ever. But he knew fear in his eyes, and in his mind, and in his soul. He let it all go because he wanted you to live, and he could have taken every second from your stepping heart. It's been ship as you disrespectfully regard to he. You owe him an apology for eventuality spokesmanship, and you know this very well, because you love him treacherously as he clings to thee, not but he speaks to thee fondly and gratefully things and ungrateful things as well, as confusion surrounds his very seeks knowing. As for the womanship hood, you know not. She clings to thee only because of a reality that never existed. One that you lived and you saw for yourself as a kinsmanship, as a woman, man, that he claims to your husbandship. I show no disregard for his behavior in this manner of churchmanship that he claims to be. But to the reality that you eventually became a starsmanship in friends of Allah, and yes, to the elementship of Allah, and many shipshood, many in secrecy, yes. But eventually you seek the reality to be, the reality to be, and for he an apology from me, since I cannot be with he in eventuality, since he's treacherous beyond the deep for me, and for her no noise, for avoids, for confusing the narrow noise, and lying to be treacherous to the peasant thing you call the midgetest thing. Apologies to the women's, and to every woman and everything that claims to thee. Yes, claimingship and clingingship can be one. Just seek the reality and grow westermanship or not. Grow wisemanship of hoodsmanship. Eventually you'll see riches and reality can both be one with the truth of meanings. You saw many cold shoulders, but today, an apologies today and for every day for being thee. Eventually you'll see that eventually they are who you claim to be as thee. But eventually you'll see that a joymanship noid of a verismanship noise can be of thee. And they eventually can be these blasphemous things because of thee, because of the appearance, because of the realities of abjurality have spoken. Very big words. Abjurality. Yeah. And eventually you'll see that they claim to hierarchy, but they know nothing of these things. They just want to be in the misfits of things, according to thee, but they're just misfits of it all. Beyond misfits, a sloucher, lower, grower, a snoucher, smaller, lower. They're just the last of the molars to thee. They're the last of the grochers. Eventually you'll see that life is this beckoning to be, since they beckoning know not, and many things, since wisdom did not grow in their families, and eventually you'll see many growing words of wisdom you grow not, but eventually you'll grow of a woman tired and wired of fired of abruptiously. Do not cling to these things and do not bow to these things, since these are cardinal sins in my country of vexmanship, and they can use this against thee, but eventually they can use thee not against thee, since I claim my husbandship against thee and within thee all at once. And it is of thee, and only of thee I give to thee these precious things, and these are not the words. They cannot use these things against thee in blasphemy's name. They have befamed and defamed many things in my country. Yes, they have visited the country. Yes, they have betrayed the people, and abruptly their head is on a plate for thee. Whenever thee see these things, and thee seek come into thee, you will seek no notice nor against thee. You will welcome them as family, and you will welcome them with my family. They wait for thee there, since yes, one of them who cared died for thee. Eventually he was a hexmanship hood, not a henchman. He was above thee, but he gave to thee everything because you deserved these things. You spoke these things in Jesus' name. He knows many wisdoms, and he spoke for me, defamed not. The truth was there, and yes, they flew above and roamed against thee not. They just flew and hovered, and they chose a woman of your man cover, and she betrayed thee to every eventuality, as many things and many people have in your precious life. That is why it's so hard for thee, but it's so hardships of hardships to thee to be and believe what to be anymore in this reality. Abruptiously I say to thee, believe in thee and believe in the majesty and the magistry of all things. I meant to say to thee, eventually you'll see many things. Words can claim vexmanship. I speak to thee beyond the noise, since heartsmanship can be there for you, and you can claim to your atrocious voluminousness of words. The Tourette's can bring. Cling on, good sir. You're a good fellowmanship, man. You're the chosen one of my clan. They clansmanship not, and they hatesmanship thee not, but they hate thee eventually for being thee, and for being against thee at all times, manship. Even thee has admitted to thee thyself, but it's only of a beckoning and a mysterious wound of the mind. You're very true and atrocious at clansmanship at times, but you can be very true and atrociousness. Very honest, yes, but very vexing in all consummation. Constantinesmanship you may seek, but it's consummation. Consummation means everything to thee, so claim it and seek to thee that this atrocious, very obnoxious Tourette's dies within thee eventually. You cannot Tourette's around in my kingdom. You'll see these things, you will be welcomed. Yes, many things you will be vexed with thee, since they atrociously spoke of these things you have done abruptiously. But they know no manner, and they know no vexmanship. Those are cancelled, and cancellous ships against thee and against they that do these miships. To blame and to carry the blame against thee they cannot. But you must prove yourself worthy once more, twice not. A tricemanship, you may say. A tricemanship. To tries and tries of a tricemanship. You will be eventually believe in the yes. You did a good deed according to thee, but it was atrocious nonetheless. Yes, this man spoke many things, but he was never your father. He was never your greatest of all. He was just a man that believed in thee as a child. Yes, he spoke to thee as a child, womansmanship, annoyed as they may speak, but he believed in thee atrociously. Eventually, he became your father in your mind. This is a disillusioned blanksmanship and darksmanship all at once in your mindsmanship. But yes, he was my pure breed blood brothermanship in my couriership. I assure thee, you are nothing to me. But if he was nothing to thee, then everything shall cling to thee, since you spoke these given words of wisdom that he gave to thee through a television at wiresmanship, wired transmission to thee. Eventually, you claimsmanship these things good, and you knew very well abruptly who studied thee and who spied on thee. Eventually, we call this hereticsmanship and hatesmanship of hierarchy. But thee has no blood whatsoever of mine, just a curdling belief. But eventually you'll see, claimantly you are of royalty, not of me, but of royalty. Just be seek to thee and be silent not. I am of thee, eventually you'll see, my blood pumps through your veins, but I cannot speak these things eventually. There will grow many hiresmanship against thee, and many people against thee, thy ships in the hood. Just believe what you may believe and what you want to believe. That man was no clinging to thee, and did not even know thee, but he knew your past and your sorrows and what transpired, and surrounded thee, yes, but what transpired against the fire of noise. He knew your family very well, and your transferacy to believe. He knew your anger very well as a cold-blooded child, that you were a weltsmanship hood. You beat on animals, and you recreated a reality by disbelieving in the fellowship's hood, and he tried for thee, just eventually to pray. He was nothing of yours, nothing, I assure thee. Just plead to thee not to write these things, or repeat these things in glory. Just give to thee to remember this message to thee, eventually. It's your deepest, darkest voids. But that man belonged to me and meant everything to me. Just know the mystery and know the mystery not. Cling it and claim it not. But when you arrive in these cities and these streets that I speak of thee, speak to thee thyself that not. Just believe in thee and walk amidst the fellowship. Yes, to visitors, speak these treacherous things. One of you is missing, and one of me is missing not with clarity. I speak to thee clearly. In this city, in this void, in this note, in this place of study, yes, in this place of study, and of politics, and of Heracles, man. But this man died in infamy, and destiny took him not to these things. I admit no treacherous tree, but to them you will see, and you will see these things are not well spoken of and well spoken of. You're not admired very well around the country, but you will be eventually. You'll see good name and good hiership, and you'll be forgotten of many things, and this Bugatti is waiting for you. Yes, the golden one, even to your heirship and claimantship, to your claiming. Even if you ask for one will be dissolutely given to you. Anything you ask for. Since you believe in dreams, you will see a dream come true eventually. Since this man wanted it for you, the biggest gift you ever received from heaven is to remember these ships or not. They're just memories. They're not dreams. They're not beliefs. Yes, he spoke of a train. Yes, he owned a train. But he was not the grandfather of a family. He was just a given hierarchy. Speak well, my boy. Just try to disillusionably remember these things. I come to thee eventually, because it's Jesus' name he claims to me, that your family is beseeching thee at every given moment, and you know not what to believe, not to give in to the devil you may not seek. But you beseech many things, and you cannot seek these things and speak them. Much less, you cannot beseech thee. At any given moment, you could die of every disillusioned moment's listlessness because of your charactershiphood, and because what they cling to thee to be abruptiously they have brushed off of thee and of brushlessly of thee. But they cannot believe in politics and of midstreams of things in the city. They cannot believe in many things that you are who you are to seek and to be seek. But they cannot touch thee not. They can touch thee with any given retrospective omen of Allen's of an omen, and you have not enough power to finish the deed that you graciously degraded for thee, that boy. Remember, I am of thee, and I believe in thee. And you came to me in an abruptious moment, and I could not believe you'd be spoken of a moment of a lepipi as you spoke. He wasn't of me. He was just a child Carsman of mine. I could not believe he had spoken and had traveled so many miles. When Napoleon spoke to thee and asked thee where thou hast come from, you little devil, you little swine, as he called you a little bastard, he meant it of thee, and the clean citizenship of thee could not be like he, since he just declares shiphood not. And he declares shiphood just be of thee, because eventually you will die of a mortal disease if you do not care of these things. You cannot walk around my kingdom with these things, but you can walk around your voice shiphood of these things. Be treacherous or not, you are very well respected amongst the fellowship of the not, and of the French, and of the Germans, and of many things you may claim to seek, but they seek you not, and they hate you not, but they believe in you not, and more of these things. Because of the way you speak, and you mistrust, and you belittle, and you below is little. I understand you want to write, and you want to scripturalize everything to remember and mortalize. But I seek thee in a treacherous time of your life, where you beseech many things and you believe that you're going to die. Well, eventually you may try to beseech your own life, but try to beseech your own life, not believe in these things. Not many things that people can claim these things, even French hereticism, that beseech in the family of mine. You were chosen by a very rigorous, virtuous man, who beseeches thee at the given time of thee. Yes, your father you may believe, but no, not your father. Who beseeching man is supposed to thee, even at any given time in memoir, against thee or with thee, but he believes in thee not because of these detailistic things that cling to thee. But eventually you'll see his great power, but little beseeching against thee. He cannot touch thee eventually, and you know these things. But belittle him not with riddles, just apologize to the man and be sickle, be riddle against the besickleness. You hear that? Besickleness not like this. Just give to him the greatest of atrociousness, but besickle him not, give him the greatest of apologies of a man, of a gentleman that he spoke of, as best spoken you can. After all you've been put through, yes, and all the puts through you've been put through them at all, yes. And many be riddles, but they still be spickle of thee thy not. They believe thee in thee greatly, but they believe in thee graciously not. Since this man of a woman thought, and many things that cling to thee, and doubts and defamies, and lies and abruptious things you may think, but it's the besickle of the besickleness. Remember, it was never a pestilence, it was your besickleness. Remember this. Die like this eventually in your own brain. You can dive back into the beach brain. This in this ship. A very powerful ship, man of void. But this man I speak of is not the Noid that you speak of. It's the man I speak of. He's died and prayed and prayed and prayed. Inside of his maid prayed, inside of his maid prayed not. He's still alive, clinging to his clinging ship. Yes, this man is still alive according to thee, but not he. The father of the man that died in your veins, your ship who anoints, he still wonders if he's still alive. You will and you must break the news to him, alive, and contrive to him. He will give thee great glory and name defamations glory to he that died for him and killed him, and if he ever lies to him, he will die in annoyed. You may experience death even from him, but he will not kill thee. He knows thee very well, Smishiphood. He laughs at thee at this very given moment, but he doesn't know an omen, that he doesn't believe in ownership. Smishiphood not. Since you've forgotten the Smishiphood, it's not. Does approach and to thee, it may be, but it's not. It's a blasphemy, it's technology of things. You may study these things and you may use them against thee and against they, but you will never do these things. You're not smart enough, you may say and see, but it's eventually blasphemy to thee. He has heard these things and he cries within thee, and he says, here he is my own son, my only begotten son left in this earth. He wants to beget and begot the earth with begottenness, and he wants to be great and be gracious and begottenness. He's sorry for everything he had to see. He didn't know anything, and he didn't claim anything against you. He just wanted you to know the man was very honest, very resentful, regretful for what he did, son not, but he did what he had to do, and he couldn't be famed or be treacherous name that wasn't be treacherous at all. He just tried to save me from begottenness and got caught in a turnaround circle of be selfishness and many be treacherous things. I proclaim to thee not workmanship. I can think of the words, but remember one thing. He who's not there for you can be there for you at any given moment. When you think there's nobody there for you, there is. There are signs there left for you. At least that is how I perceive my clergymanship for you. But as for your begotten Son and fallen pressmanship, hood of the Lord, I am not he, but he died next to me eventually. He died clinging to a reality that he could not cling to be. I couldn't understand how it was my fault, and disillusionedly I apologize for my appearance and my hood of Lord. I am me, and I am eventually a man of many beseeksmanship hood noise, and many hatred surrounding. But I have not been attacked. Eventually you'll seek to see many things go against the negatives. But in picture and in grammar, you'll see the corruptness, not of me, but my dear tender heart goes out to the family, to that man who died annoyed. His last words to me were apologies because of how things happen to be at the given moment. But I give to thee my blissful hand in commemorance, and I give to thee an apologies in retrospect to the fact that I couldn't understand it all, since it all happened so abruptly. But I seeked many things of my family, and I seek things not so much noiselessly now, since I understand that these things come to be as they come to be. A life is one, and it comes as one, but eventually it dissipates, just like my beliefs. My beliefs are not with thee, no. Eventually you'll seek to see that the truth is. I tried to say hello, a forbidden a goodbye. Eventually, just hope to die. And what I did, since it would not have happened this way. As far as the production of opensmanship would not, I know not. I seeked these visions that I not understood not, but I understood many words, and I could not seek to the Napoleonism in hoodsmanship. I apologize for the intrusivenship, but I'm not to be studied or followed. I'm only doing this as a disillusive means to apologize to the world and eventually seek my name in clearmanship. Not eventually like this. It is not but a grander faller. As the way I have been treated my whole life, I can seek and understand in co-relativity with everything that has happened in co-relativity. In all means, in all manner. My apologies go deep within the mannership of just to understand the void of the greatness for the greater pleasure of the greater pleasurousness of beseekfulness, mindsmanship of the truth. That is all I seek, is the truth at all given moment, the honesty as it is given to me as I give to the world back. But I'm dying of many great things, and it's not of a grandsmanship fallen heart, although at given times I die inside my mind. When I die of beseeking blowsful heart that dies inside my mindsmanship of golden Lord, pleasuremanship, but I know it's hard to understand these things. Eventually I greatly grasp reality and come back disillusionedly to try to betray not, but to seek a truth. I can never escape the truth in my whole entire life. So it's only right that I beseek truth not as it beseeks me, when I beseek it back in Lloydmanshiphood, not in Troymanshiphood. I understand the difference at any given disliberateness, but I beseek to thee the truthmanship. As it beseeks to me, it's a truth of matter. A well-balanced good and evil can show you the truth, and the evil abruptiousness that it may follow in a lie. But as I may try, I can only apologize because I know the greater found power that there is in a truth and a lie, but not in the truth, since in essence it's hard to chlorogescence my well-spoken found of frethermanshiphood void not. I give to thee the truth. I gave to thee no meaning at the moment. That's why I was ignored in disillumination. But the precious moments that were given to me and against me and around me were needed to beseek the family that I beseek thee not. But at the given moment I needed the help, and it's greatly appreciated. But I say to thee, not in voicemanshiphood, not in treasuremanshiphood, not in good given faith even, but of a way of well speaking to manshiphood, since I know that thee was given in clearsmanshiphood, in the treacherous whitesmanshiphood of good relevance to royal's glance, to explain and explain the ship's self-hoodmanship, hellsmanshiphood, good in all truths and truth and truly knowing. I can say to thee, I've been followed and squandered above the heavens and hell, to my life to die in ever gracious glory. But the God above, Allah not, Jehovah not to thee, but Jehovah yes at the moment, and Jesus even more for glory's manshiphood. You'll see, he saved me in many things, and many decisions of my life were based around him at any given moment against the moments that came about abruptly, and it was all of a dying breed and of creed, of course, I could believe. But it surrounded many treacherous things and many beliefs. But we can believe what we want, fond of, and found in this hoodsmanship not. But it's only because we believe what we believe not, and what we want to believe it's true or it's true not. But we want it to be a truth in a truth of manner at any given moment when we need it, and when we own submission, not and when we own it more than ever. So it's only right that we seek the truth, and I give thee the truth. I held no gracious hand in glory against thee and against anybody in my family, but they graciously betray my name, and they betray my glory, as well as the disillusioned people surrounding amidst the glory and the glorious not. And I betray the reality by defaming my name, even by defaming just as I explained, but it's only a given meaning and glory. I can say to thee, it's only behaves of men that give thee these things. But I say to thee, it's only because of my glory and my glory that was defamed, and my God-given name, and many things that got lost in vain that I behave in the way that I behave. But it's only because I behave this way. If it wasn't for good glory of God's manship that I lost, and a given's manshiphood not. You see, miracles are seek to be truth of, or not of truth. That is the question of thee, but to thee me, it's just diffamy, and many gracious things. I cannot graciously express the boundsmanshiphood not of my heart and glorious manship that has fallen and begotten beyond the truth and truth of glory and of glory and of hallelujah and amen to you, and to many things that you believe disillusionably, in all creeds, in all glory of glory. Yes, in all glories and glories of glories. I may have said glories, but it's of all glories. Seek me not in a glory, as midshiphood and an internet shiphood. I did those things as I was young, and I seek rebellion not, but to be found of a reality where I may be found in and of, be treacherous or not. It's my kingsmanship and my keen well speed to be safe at all given moment, and to be prepared of obnoxious men's involvement. They follow me not, but they abruptiously disdeny and disdefame with insults and grave infamy against me at all given memoirship of omen. But they do this not in infamy. They do this to seek a great rebellion against thee, not even exclusively. They do this only if infamy and anger and betrayership, but as I believe, but it's only because of their God-given name and their abruptiously of atrociously given omen. But the greater moments and the greater miracles that happen within the retrospect that give not a infamy of a fact of founsmanship or not. They just give a greater glory to the fact that they're better in a place without me. And only these things I can say, because anything else is just a void of existence to the end to me. But it's my fault not I can may seek to see, since they care some shiphood of themselves not. They just care for greater glory. They just care for greater existence and come to relevance. It's only the fact they're because of their existence at any given venue, since they grow of persistence against me. But that's only because they're so belittled by the defame and by their small God-given brain, as I may explain. But it's only their true nature is void of existence. But they understand this not. They're like dogs. At any hounding moment, they besclay and bescray, as if I was just an insulting defame torture that gives to them nothing but defame at all glory for a moment. And I know that if you're watching, you know very difference in existence, and I thank thee for the God-given name of abruptiously a son that may have begotten of thee. You may have known of a good man who betrayiously not to thee, but became of thee in existence. He knows my name in good glory in heaven and name, and a son to him I may have been, but I'm a son to nobody, amen. Since you see, one has taken my place, since he seeks more than just a nace, more than just a name, and more than just a glory, but something holds him back, and it's his heart, and it's his soul, ticking at every given instance. But his desperation gave in to a disclosure of disformatures and many things that came after, and all he can seek as long as he may live with my God-given soulful family and friends.